Hello everyone and welcome to the Gaming Club. In today's video I would like to do an overview of all weekly events that are ongoing in State of Survival and discuss some recent news and changes. If you're ready, let's start. Before I do that, I just wanted to share with you the latest update on the Gaming Club website. I have completed a heroes page where you can find all the necessary information about heroes. So there is the whole hero portfolio here. When you tap on the particular icon, you can find more information about this hero, like his story and the video and his stats and skills description and stuff like that. And also here you can have a comparison where all the heroes are listed in a table depending on their type. And you can compare like what kind of match capacity they have, what kind of stats, and what kind of skills. And what is more important, I have updated once again my heroes guide, which is the most popular one. I have added all the new T5 heroes, and I also added some rumors about the T6 heroes that are not even released, but all the visitors of the Gaming Club are already aware about it. If you're not, then I would recommend to visit this page. The link is in the description. And if you don't want to miss any updates, just tap on this little red bell in your left corner and allow the website to send a notification. Then when I update the guide, you will receive a browser notification that it has been updated. So let's start with the news. The first and the most important one is the developer feedback that I ran across on the official Facebook page of the game. And to say that I was surprised, well, that's probably I was like, well, am I reading about State of Survival or it's just some other game that I have no idea about? Because what is written here is like really strange to me. So let's just go one by one. So the first thing, when will Plasma Level 5 become available in my state? Last weekend we opened the feature exclusively in states 1 to 59 for test purposes. We're happy to report that we haven't detected any major issues. Therefore, we have released Plasma Level 5 in all states that are more than 22 weeks old, which is to say states 1 to 214. Well, I cannot agree that we haven't detected any major issues because when we were testing Plasma Level 4 and 5 buildings and requirements and also the troops and stuff like that on the test server, there were quite a lot of feedback, especially in terms of the gap between the free-to-play and pay-to-play accounts, that collecting a Plasma cores for free-to-play is just very long and consuming task. Basically, the only way you farm Plasma cores as a free-to-play is through Intel missions, and the amount of Plasma cores that you can get per day, I think, is like 24 or 25 if you do all the Intel missions 3 times per day, because they refresh every 8 hours. Doing just a simple math means that as a free-to-play without investing any real money, it will take you around 2 years to build the Plasma buildings from scratch to level 5. And the way the current requirements for the levels 4 and 5 are implemented, so if you have level 3 Plasma right now and you continue to stay free to play, it will take you another year to maximize it to level 5. And that's, I think, a major issue here, because the gap between the free to play and pay to play players is just going to increase. And I would say we need a rework of the sources of the Plasma cores and the ways the free-to-play players can obtain them. The next thing, changes on S4 heroes. We have received a lot of feedback and suggestions regarding S4 heroes, Jared, Ernie, and Zach. Players have commented that these heroes don't have obvious advantages when fighting against S3 heroes, Miko and Zoe. What? Because they have same stats? Well, they indeed have the same stats, but the way skills work on tier 4 heroes like Jared, Ernie, and Zach means that these heroes are more powerful. And from what I heard from other players that actually have these heroes, because I'm free to play myself and of course I cannot obtain them, apart from maybe Zach, who is available on the race wheel. So I'm building him now, but he's far from being maximized. So what I heard from other players that tier 4 heroes are approximately 30% stronger. So when I saw this comment that they don't have obvious advantages when fighting against S3, I heard that the advantage over S3 is 30%. Thus, in update 1.9.30, the game team released 3 new S4 heroes, Julie, Brooke, and Tyler. So we thought that's tier 5 heroes, but they are considered tier 4. Okay, fine. Who have better stats and stronger skill effects. These new heroes are available in all states that are older than 24 weeks. However, from state 171 and up, players will have access to the newest S4 heroes directly, but will not have access to the old S4 heroes anymore when the states fulfill the lifetime requirement. What I thought is going to happen, that the S4 heroes, they stay as they are, and then the new tier of S5 heroes with better stats, but the same skill idea that the skills are leveled up together with the hero rank and they don't need skill books. So these S5 heroes are introduced, they have better stats, and they are together with S4 heroes. And what developers are basically saying that S4 heroes are kind of decommissioned because they are not good, and they are replaced by those 3 new S4 heroes, Julie, Brooke, and Tyler, which doesn't make sense to me because I don't know, they worked on these heroes to implement them. I didn't really like them at launch because I think their appearance and the skills, they kind of doesn't settle well in the state of survival environment, like the zombie apocalypse and infected outbreak and all this kind of doomed environment where people try to survive on a daily basis. They were more like futuristic and from some future movies or games or stuff like that, but not something zombie apocalypse related. So when I saw 3 heroes, Julie, Brooke, and Tyler, I like their appearance more because they kind of match the game environment better, in my opinion. And I thought, okay, fine. So we have 3 new heroes, and we're just gonna build them. And it made sense to me together with the hero exchange feature. So let's just have a look at it quickly. Hero exchange is a feature where players are able to exchange all these 4 heroes for the new heroes. It is also part of our more general plan changes to the S4 heroes. States 1 to 170, which have unlocked Jared, Ernie, and Zach, have access to this feature so far. Since S4 heroes are stronger than the previous generation, each player can only hold 1 hero of the same type at a time. Let's take infantry heroes Ernie and Brooke as example. A single player can exchange Ernie for Brooke or the other way around, but they can't hold both heroes at the same time. That is what confuses me. That is what's really weird because, first of all, it's cool that we can exchange the new heroes into the older heroes into the new heroes. I don't know why exchange works in the opposite direction. I mean, if the new heroes are stronger, why would they want to exchange them back to S4? It doesn't make sense to me right now, but if you have some idea, let me know in the comments. And second thing is so what about tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 heroes? What is going to happen to them? If we have brand new heroes, like 3 of them that are way stronger than everyone else, then the game will be basically about playing all the time with just 3 heroes, and there is no place for maneuvers, for some kind of diversity, for hero combinations or stuff like that, because every single state eventually will just get an opportunity to exchange these heroes or to build them if they cannot exchange. And then all the events like Reservoir Raid League or state versus state, or even inside one state, all the fights will be basically just among the 3 heroes. And I'm not really sure it's a good idea. So the feedback and the direction is quite strange to me. So what developers have written here, what I was really hoping to see that, first of all the heroes stay as it is, that the people who built the tier 4 heroes can still use them, and at the same time they can build the tier 5 heroes, which turned out to be just a stronger version of tier 4, but okay, fine. And at the same time, developers will kind of work on hero compositions and different combinations where I can combine, I don't know, tier 3 heroes with tier 5 or tier 2 heroes with tier 4. And depending on the task or the objective that I'm doing, I will be able to receive better results. So I need to think about the strategy. I need to think about the diversity. I need to know which hero I apply in which situation. And depending on the situation, I'll be able to combine them and get an advantage over the enemy. That was just my idea, and I would really like to see the developers thinking about the free-to-play part of the community, because the way it is currently implemented just means that all the free-to-play guys will even, like, they have even more gap between the people who pay, apart from the Plasma 4 and 5 being introduced, but even on the hero basis, which is not the direction that I wanted the game to go into. So my second kind of proposal would be to buff the tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3 heroes, so they somehow match, or I mean, at least they are usable. Because right now, I just recommend in all my guides and all my videos that if you are free to play, just build like some core heroes that you can survive and wait for the latest tier to be implemented in your state, and then just invest all your resources there. And that's not something that I would say kind of enjoying for the first, I don't know, 4 months of the tier 1, tier 2 heroes, because it just doesn't make sense to build them now. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's continue. And now I will talk about the events that are ongoing this week and upcoming. First of all, there were a lot of people wondering what happened with the Carnival of the Brave event that was supposed to start today, but it didn't. So for those who haven't updated the game client yet, please do so, because developers have changed the start date of the event to tomorrow. And as you can see, if you go to the Survivors Feast, the Legend of the Brave is still ongoing. That's the event where you can get the permanent Survivors Carnival HQ skin, which is like dedicated to the first year anniversary. And the event where you can actually farm a lot more cakes, the Carnival of the Brave, is starting tomorrow according to the in-game information. And I already have a guide to cover this event. Make sure that you check the link in description. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the Kamute town, or the rescue of the Kamute town. Even though I did the video guide explaining what's the proposed strategy, and we try to align as many people as possible just to execute the same kind of strategy and make sure that we hit the same tiles, because the event is global. I think a lot of people, they didn't stick to the plan, or they just haven't seen it, or they were not sure what to do. So right now I'm not quite confident that we will be able to kill the final boss, because right now we killed only one of the leaders and there are 3 more to go. And as you can see, there is a lot of mist to be cleared on the way to these bosses. And since we have only 2 days left, I'm not sure we will manage that. But we'll see. I will do another video dedicated to my opinion about the rescue of the Kamute town, because to be honest, I was not very excited about the event, and especially the way it was implemented with all the feedback that we provided after we tested it on the testing server. But as I said, I will do another video and share my full feedback, what I liked and what I didn't about this event. So make sure that you check my YouTube channel later on. About the rest of the events, so let's just have a quick look. On the weekend, we'll have the reservoir fight. I'm still trying to write down some guide about it, but due to the anniversary event, I haven't got an opportunity to finish it. So it's still work in progress. Now, Alliance Showdown, that's the typical event. I have a guide to cover it. Please make sure that you check it out and register there, because rewards got better and you have an opportunity to earn some chief gear there. Alliance Showdown, that's a common event. I have a video guide for it. I have a text guide for it. So share it with your alliance mates and make sure that you progress the tiers as fast as you can, because the higher tier you have, the better your rewards you will get. Now, Tale of the Brave, that's the most confusing part about this event, because it started at the same time with the rescue of the Kamute town, but to progress in this event you need cakes, and you only earn cakes in the rescue of the Kamute town if you defeat a boss, if I'm not mistaken, and on some other rare occasion. But the main event to earn cakes here is actually starting tomorrow. And that's what I mentioned. It's called Carnival of the Brave. And that's how you're gonna compete and earn points here. So again, I already have a guide for that. Check it out in the video description. Value Vouchers event. So in this state, we have tier 2 heroes. So we have Jeb for 10 vouchers, and the tier 1 heroes on discount. I'm skipping Jeb, and I'm trying to build Nicola, because I wanted to test this hero in terms of the influencer trap. I heard from a lot of players that he's good for influencer trap, and I also heard from a lot of players that he's not good. So I'm just trying to build him myself and check that out. But if you have done some extensive testing and you can send me some kind of proofs of multiple rallies that you did for the trap, then I would appreciate that, because I have an influencer trap guide on my website, and I would love to update it with some accurate information. Settlement Evolution, it's a kind of event that I tend to skip, because the highest tier reward is just 2 epic search maps and some legendary hero badges, which is not great, and I usually just get to the point when I collect the resources, and maybe sometimes I also get the speed ups, because that's over 140 something speed ups, which is nice. Wild Racing, this event has been here for a while, nothing special here. Plague Zone, I have a guide about it. Make sure that you check it out, because it also helps you in the Kamute town, because Kamute town is just one big plague zone. So if you are not familiar with plague zone, make sure that you check out my guide, and that will help you to progress the Kamute town as well. Influencer trap, that's something usual. Next, I'm gonna switch to my main account, which is in state 135, and just have a quick look on the events ongoing here. So Reservoir Raid, Alliance Showdown, same here. Throwdown as well, I will have covered that already. Tale of the Brave, I've explained. Kamute Town, same story, because it's a global event. Value Vouchers, as you can see, with the introduction of the tier 4 or the new tier 4 heroes, the fragments have been updated to mixed fragments, which means when you purchase a fragment for Ernie, you are also purchasing it for Brooke, and you can use them for upgrading any of the 2 hero ranks. Doesn't matter if you like Ernie or if you like Brooke, then you can do both. But you can only use one hero at a time. And since Brooke is way stronger, again, that doesn't make sense to use Ernie in any situation that I'm familiar of. And the rest of the heroes are on discount, and well, with the introduction of the new heroes, I'm kind of lost, because I was building Ash, because she was similar to Ernie and just a little bit weaker in terms of the skills. But still, when you are doing Capital Clash and different PvP events, Ash was good. Now Brooke is out, she completely destroys Ash, and I have tested that in my previous video, so you can have a look if you haven't seen that. She just basically does the double damage compared to Ash. And one more thing I wanted to cover in this part of the video, since state 135 is one in the list where tier 4 and tier 5 plasma builders have been introduced. So as I mentioned already, my main account is free to play. Everything that I purchased here was just $5 frame and nothing else. So after playing since March 2020, completely free to play, I was able to finally do the last upgrade of my headquarters. So once this construction is finished, I am getting my first star, and I have 2 more to go. And the reason I was talking about the disadvantage between free-to-play and pay-to-play players is this. So if you look at the leaderboards of our state and you look at the headquarters, we already have a player with a 5-star plasma building, and this guy is just destroying everyone else. I mean, even when my headquarters gets reinforced with other players, he's still stronger, and that's like the gap that I'm talking about between the pay to play and free to play. So if developers are not gonna change the way we obtain plasma cores, the free to play players will just get weaker and weaker, and the pay to play players will increase their dominance. And then the fights over the capital clash, or in reservoir raid, or bunkers, or fortresses, they will just don't make any sense, because on plasma level 5, it's not only your troops are stronger stats wise, but they're also stronger because their skills are getting upgraded. If you remember, the plasma level 3 troops, they are giving you a special skill. So this skill, it is unlocked when you upgrade them on the level 3 plasma. And once you upgrade to level 5, this skill is further buffed, and it's like, I don't know if it's 50% damage or more, but the fact is just the troops, they are way stronger. And I'm really looking forward if developers can somehow balance this, because right now it just doesn't feel fair. And that's all that I wanted to cover in today's video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'll be doing more videos. Also, I would like to remind you about my website, where I have a lot of other guides about the game and the different aspects, and I'll be doing even more guides. So make sure that you check it out and add to your bookmarks or subscribe. Also, I have a Patreon page where you can support my content on the daily basis through donations, and you can also do one-time donations through my website. I would really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and I wish you a nice day.